So, in answering the questions about specific times in my life where God's presence and activity were especially evident to me, um, I've experienced His presence and activity a lot. But there was one specific time. I was 15, living in North Carolina, in the suburbs. I have an older brother who is 19, and we were coming back from, I believe it was a church activity, and it was at nighttime. We were on the highway, and it was about maybe 6 or 7 o'clock during the fall, and it was getting dark, and uh, a car crossed the median and hit us semi hit on. Um, and the car started flipping. Our car started flipping. The other car kind of went in another direction. And I just remember the car's impact, but I really don't remember much else happening in that moment other than like this feeling of ease and peace. Uh, just a very present calmness where I felt as if God really was in the car and just really protecting me and my brother. Um, the car flipped, stuff was strewn everywhere in the freeway, and we got out of the car. We got out, unbuckled our seat belts, uh, had to break the window to crawl out because we had landed on the side, and called the police, and the police came out, and they were really astonished and amazed that we weren't killed. Um, One police officer even said there's no possible way that you two should have been alive or not injured. My brother and I, no bones were broken, except for a nosebleed. There was no injuries, um, and I know that that was God in that car with us, protecting us from the drunk driver. Um, I think even more amazing about that testimony is that they ended up taking us to the hospital anyway, just because the guy um, had a breathalyzer. He was over the limit, so they made us go to the hospital and get checked out. But we later found out that the drunk driver went to the hospital as well, and when they scanned him, they actually found that he had brain cancer. And so when we found out, we don't know, it was one of those moments where it's like, well, maybe we had to be those persons that took on a burden so that somebody else would, get the help that they needed. Um, we never heard anything else about that man after that. But I really just feel like God was not only present in my life and my brother's life in that moment, but he was also present and active in that young man's life. I wish I could find out where he is or if he's still alive and, really what his experience was after that. But that is really one specific moment in time where I really felt God's presence and that I know that God was with us because we shouldn't have even survived it. But to walk out with no scratches, no bruises other than a bloody nose, God was really working in that situation.